Yeah, I think if there was any song that really defined who Third Day was at that point in our career, it would be Consuming Fire. We had, for a long time, we'd been a four-piece, and it was more of an acoustic kind of thing. And then when we added Brad Avery on guitar, the very first time we practiced, we were like, I'm not really sure how this is gonna work out. And then he went home and practiced, and we all kind of, worked on the song a little bit. And then we got back together a week later, and the first song that we did was Consuming Fire. Matt counted it off, counted to 6, which is a
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And then as soon as it kicked in, we just knew, okay, this right here, this is Third Day. This is our sound.
So the video for Consuming Fire, we were excited because we had never made a video before. Yeah. So we're in California for the first time, in a van, driving around from shows, and they say that we had met these couple of film students from USC, and they said, we're gonna take you to a place, what was the name of the lake? The Salton Sea. We was like, that sounds cool. And we show up, and it is this nasty, polluted, just disgusting place.
Mad Max kind of feeling.
Yeah,
place.
It was supposed to be
on Thunderdome all that time.
So it was supposed to be very futuristic, kind of, in a fallen world kind of theme. And we get there, and I remember one of the memories I have is like there's a little kind of big creek, small river flowing into the Salton Sea, right. And there's these big onions. They're huge, and we're like, what are all these onions? And they said, oh, the farmers will just, if they get onions or whatever that they don't like, they just throw them in the river. So they go in the Salton Sea. And then after a while, we're shooting some footage, and the director has this great idea. He's like, why don't you guys just get in there in your clothes? And we're like, okay, cool, whatever. We get in, and we start splashing around. And then we do a show, and a friend of mine was in the Navy, and we were doing a show outside of San Diego, and he came to see us, and we told him, hey, we got in the Salton Sea. He's like, are you kidding me? That thing is so polluted, you need to go to a doctor.
That was, to throw us into something like that for a first time doing a music video was crazy. And I remember it being, I think it was like super hot there, or it was so uncomfortable, and it was so memorable. If you ever watch the video, it's pretty different for especially for a band from our world of Christian music at that time. I think it's pretty unique. It was an interesting experience.
I had a chance recently. I went back and watched that video with my daughters, and they didn't react the way I thought they would react. I thought they'd be like, yeah, Daddy, this rocks. They were like laughing the whole time. Just the whole time they were like, Daddy, why are you guys in the water? Why do they keep showing that old lady in, like she's trying to do the dishes in the water? They're like trying to get to like the meaning of it. And the only explanation I could come up with was it was the 90s and everything was kind of weird then. Yeah. So.
So here it is, the very first Third Day video, Consuming Fire.